guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to read a pretty interesting article that is a real-life example of something I talk about all the time, which is titled, Tom Brady thinks Sofia Vergara is too old. Friends tell all the mortifying details as summer romance collapses and reveal the behavior he cannot handle. And a shout to Ryan for sending this story. And guys, like the title says, this is an example of what I talk about all the time, but in real life situation with Tom Brady and Sofia Vergara, about how a lot of gals will end up leaving marriages in their 40s and 50s because they're bored, they think they can do better, and they become single thinking they can get any guy they want and find out it's not so easy. And this happens not just with everyday Joes like all of us, but also on the celebrity level. And what we have here is an article hitting home about that the actress Sofia Vergara and Tom Brady, you all know Tom Brady, and if you don't overseas, he is considered to be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time for the NFL, if not the greatest quarterback of all time, which I'm sure you will all debate in the comment section who is the greatest quarterback of all time. I think Tom's the greatest quarterback of all time, but I can imagine the comments. But anyhow, apparently they had a little summer fling, and now it's over because supposedly Tom Brady is getting obviously bored of her, or she's too old, or stuff like that, and obviously it's making headlines. Now, a couple of things before I get into more the reason I'm covering this. Number one, I normally don't cover this type of thing. For obvious reasons, I avoid the celebrities and all that stuff. They're usually very annoying, but I did this because it's an example. And two, who knows the real reason why this thing didn't work out? You know, some people are saying she was too old for him, or maybe she was annoying, or maybe she didn't like him, or they're better off as friends. Who knows? But the point I'm making is she's older, he's younger, he's more successful, she's very successful, but he's more successful than her. And guess what? He's not interested. And this is the point that happens so often. Like I said in the beginning, oftentimes you have women break up good relationships with good men thinking they can do better, especially when they get to be their 40s. They want to see they still got it, and they think, hey, because I'm looking good for my age and I get hit on, I can get any guy I want. And what they find is, normal level with average Joes like us or celebrities, they can attract guys that want to hook up with them, but in terms of an actual long-term relationship, good luck. Obviously, they can get guys that probably have far less money than them to have a relationship, but guys that they really want. And right here, I think we're having the same exact thing. Tom Brady has been married. He was married for 13 years to Giselle, the supermodel. He has 3 kids between her and the other gal back in the day, Bridget Moynihan, I think. And this guy has always been incredibly dedicated to football, very regimented with his diet, his sleep, his training, purpose, which I think is the big reason why it didn't work out with Giselle. Do you think he's going to give all that up in his next stage of his life to be in a relationship with a woman who's older? Now, Sofia Vergara, if you don't know who she is, she's an actress. That show Modern Family that was on for a bunch of years. She's been in some movies. She's 52. She's a darn good-looking woman for her age. She's from Colombia. And this article, which I'll link, you'll see pictures of her by the pool and her thong and all that. And she looks damn good. I'd nail her, as many of you would, even if you wouldn't admit it. But guess what? Most guys aren't going to want to be in a relationship, let alone marry someone who's 52 years old, unless they're older. Or maybe many of you guys would, saying, shit, I'll take the money, but she won't want you. She'd want somebody higher up. And so this is an example of how things are going to go, and how things are even with the celebrities and all. But anyhow, I'm going to go through this article. And by the way, the other part of this story is the comment section. Overwhelmingly, the comment section is giving Tom Brady a hard time. He's going to be alone one day with nobody in his life, and who does he think he is? I mean, it's crazy. So it starts off, says here, Tom Brady and Sofia Vergara set tongues wagging last week after it was reported they were enjoying a summer romance. The pair were first spotted getting cozy on a Ritz-Carlton super yacht, Luminara, off the Italian coast after Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's wedding. Oh, God, Jeff Bezos. Anybody else sick and tired of hearing all that BS with him? How long until that chick takes him to the cleaners? Anyway. The NFL legend was said to have specifically requested to sit next to the actress at dinner during an exclusive 2-day voyage. And the pair have been seen since, have been spending time together. But the Daily Mail can now reveal that any romance was short-lived. The pair are not officially dating, and Brady, 47, has made it clear that he is keen to stay single. Think about it. If you're Tom Brady and you're 47 and you're still in your prime, and after what he's been through, do you think he's going to rush into another relationship, let alone with somebody older? If he's going to do it, it's going to be somebody younger. What's more, in a brutal blow to Vergara, who's 52, it is said that the quarterback can only take her in small doses. Well, if any of you guys have heard her talk, her voice could really drive a lot of people crazy. Who knows what she's like in real life? Maybe she's really cool. I don't know. Again, she's damn good looking for her age. 52 years old. You look at some pictures, but still, it's not the same as when she was younger. A lot of gals out there, they're in their 40s and 50s, look great for their age, still think that they're in their 20s. It doesn't work that way. A source tells us that Tom Brady loves being single and is enjoying having a summer before he starts working again, and he's not looking for a relationship. He's always weighing his options when it comes to dating anyone, options being the operative word. Well, Tom Brady has never-ending options. Shit, Tom Brady can literally walk anywhere, but particularly anywhere in New England, certainly Boston, and would have girls jumping at him left and right. He's not looking to be settled down right now. He wants to just have fun. Flings and hookups are cool, but if anyone thinks they can have more with him right now, good luck. Brady remains in phenomenal shape 3 years from his NFL retirement, and he's soon to be heading into the second year of his lucrative 10-year, $375 million contract with Fox as an analyst. None of which is to say, however, that he and Vergara haven't been enjoying each other's company on the party island of Ibiza, or Ibiza, however the fuck you pronounce that place. On Vergara, our Brady source says he sees Sofia as beautiful and his type, but he isn't going to start a relationship with her as she is older and stuck in her ways. He knows that he can only take her in small doses. Again, we can debate whether that was actually said, or this is just the media, but the point is, it ain't going anywhere. And since she's Colombian, I'm sure she's definitely a firecracker. But I like the Latina women, that's just me. But for Tom Brady, he's like, nope, I had enough of Giselle. Sofia's Colombian heritage is sexy, and hanging out with her and other sexy people on a yacht can be intoxicating. But Tom is not going to bring his work home with him, if you catch my drift. If Sofia has any thought that she's going to be in a relationship with Tom, she'd be the only one with that thought. Nobody should start thinking of celebrity relationship names for them, because it is not something that is going to happen. The Daily Mail has reached out to Brady and Vergara's representatives for comment. Brady has been divorced from his ex-wife Giselle since October 2022. With their 13-year-old marriage came to an end, they share 3 children together. Yeah, I think 2 are from Giselle and 1 is from Bridget Moynihan. I think there's. You let me know. That's who the fuck it is. Since their split, Brady has been linked with multiple high-profile women, including models Irina Shayk and Brooke Snyder and actress Sydney Sweeney. There you go. Vergara, meanwhile, is also newly single following her divorce from Joe Manganiello in 2024. Manganiello was her second husband after her 1993 divorce from Joe Gonzalez, with whom she shares a son. She was recently linked to a 40-year-old F1 star, Lewis Hamilton. So she's divorced twice now. Now she's 52. Rumors of potential romance between Vergara and Brady first surfaced last week when they enjoyed a star-studded trip to the Luminera super yacht and were joined by the looks of models Naomi Campbell and Kendall Jenner. Setting sail for Rome, the 2-night luxury cruise included lavish dinners and performances from Ellie Goulding, Sting, and Janelle Monáe. Vergara even shared a photo of her and Brady seated together at a dinner on board. She's stunned in a plunging gown, while Tom flashed a big smile and looked handsome in an all-black outfit. Vergara has been keeping her fans updated this summer, sharing a stream of bikini photos of her on Instagram. So, this summer, the last few months, it has been an overdrive with all these celebrities, women in their 50s, flaunting their parts. And again, a lot of these women, Heidi Klum was one of them, Sofia Vergara, there's been others. Again, for their age, they look darn good. But women in their 50s who are mothers, in some cases grandmothers, just in my opinion, shouldn't be doing that. You know? And also, what is it doing? It's begging attention. Attention to validation. I still got it. If you're confident in who you are, you don't have to do that. But that's just... If you're one of these celebrities, you can't function right without attention. But then again, they all can't function right without attention. Says here, on Wednesday, she showed off her enviable bottom in a new image shared to her Instagram stories. She is modeling a multicolored one-piece swimsuit. Last month, she gave an insight into what she's looking for in her next relationship. Now, listen to this. Saying she wants her next boyfriend to be as rich as she is. The Modern Family actress is worth a reported $180 million. She is quoted saying, "I want somebody that has as much money as me or more, because if not, it is a nightmare. They end up resenting you," she said. So right there, she wants somebody that either has what approximately what she's worth, or more. There you go. And saying that obviously that anybody else is they resent you. They're insecure. I shouldn't say insecure, but that's probably what it meant to be. How do you know? I'm sure that's the case with some guys, but come on here. I just think as I say that all the time, they always want somebody better. But if you're worth $183 million or $180 million, it is pretty darn hard to find some guy that is worth that, let alone, right? And yet, they're going to keep going for it. That's my point. And a lot of times when these estimates of what these celebrities or public figures are worth, guarantee it's way more. It says, the article finishes up saying, Tom Brady, coincidentally, has amassed a net worth estimated at $530 million. And there you go. That is why Tom Brady was worthy in her eyes, potentially. But still, Tom Brady, nope. Now, again, we don't know the real reason why. Again, they could have got along just great and had some fun. Who knows? Maybe they're staying pals. But the point is, looks like it's not going anywhere. But I have to wonder if she was 20 years younger or even 15 years younger at 37, perhaps it could be a different ending here. So, guys, again, I normally don't cover these things, but this is a real-life example of what I talk about here. Now, to wrap this up, because this is not a very long one, I'm going to read some comments from the comment section. I think there were like 400-plus comments at the time, and most of them are crapping on Tom Brady. One says here, I know a couple guys like Tom where their egos are so high that no one is good enough for them. They end up old and alone, looking around wondering why they can't have what they see with other happy couples. Immediately, what if he and Sofia Vergara just simply didn't have any chemistry? You know? Tom can get women. That's not a problem for him. Another one says, I wonder if Tom ever lies awake at night thinking how badly he screwed up his marriage to Giselle and wishes he could go back in time and get a do-over. I don't think Tom is all worried about that. Tom probably has no problem at night. Probably he could have 5 different chicks every night in his bed for the rest of his life. He'll be quite happy. Another one. This person says, Tom is boring. He would bore her senseless. For goodness sake, he was married to Giselle for 10 years, and she's one of the most vanilla women on the planet. Sofia has more energy in her little finger than Tom has in his entire body. Well, you know what? Maybe that's true. But even if Sofia is full of energy and they say Tom Brady can be boring, opposites attract. You know? Another one. He's the one set in his ways. And guess what? Not every woman is trying to latch on to Tom Brady. Single father of 3 with half custody, plus busy with his career and closing in on 50, with a somewhat bland personality. Not every woman is after Tom Brady. Newsflash that Tom's reps leaking this embarrassing story. Sofia can only be bored for short spans. She can only take Tom in small doses, LOL. Again, more crapping on Tom. And last one. Here's one. It says here, she is too old to behave that way, in my opinion. But she's still very hot. She needs to adjust her age and show less. Less is more as you get older, and frankly, less is more no matter how old you are. So that's one giving her a hard time. So anyhow, guys, comment section is full of that. But you see that the attitude out there? He's the bad guy. He's the jerk because he's supposedly rejecting her. And he's going to end up alone and sad and miserable like Ebenezer Scrooge. What a steaming pile of crap. Tom Brady's walking around every day with a big fucking smile on his face. You know, come on here. So there you go, guys. So when I go over these stories about these women ditching their husbands in their 40s and think they can do better and everything, and next thing you know, they're coming back crying, wanting a second chance. This is an example. Now, again, I'm sure Sofia will be fine. She could have guys lining up down the street that want to hook up with her, and probably also guys that want to be in a relationship with her, but those guys won't be good enough for her. So in this situation, like with average people like us, you know, the ones that she'd want, they're not interested. Probably the guys that would marry her, that would have the type of net worth, would be older, and she ain't gonna want that. Now again, I got nothing against Sofia Vergara. I wish her all the best, but I'm just pointing these things out. So, alright guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below, let me know what you think about this. And guys, if you find a good article or story you want to send me, send it over to me, strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. And if it's a good story or article, I'll cover it. And be sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.